Good morning. Welcome to another Mobile Home Park Monday. My name is Robert Merchant. I'm the owner of CCI Investments and the owner of Mobile Home Park Consulting. You can check us out. Our phone number is 209-996-4075. Our website is mobilehomeparkconsultants.com. We do these podcasts every Monday. They're short and sweet, about 15 minutes or so. Today I have a special guest. His name is Mark Crawford. Mark owns several mobile home parks. And what we do for our customers is we actually go in and do the due diligence, put a plan together for the park, and then we operate the park for our customers. And then Mark Crawford, he does money management. Mark, I'm just going to let you take over from here and tell people what you do and how you do it. Welcome
Hi,
to.
good morning, Robert. Thank you for having me on. So again, my name is Mark Crawford. I'm the president of Community Growth Investments. My company will work with Robert and his team to manage mobile home parks. So my investment company, we create syndications where it's just pooling individual investors who can put money into a fund. Those investors actually legally own the mobile home park, and then my company will manage the financials of all the investments of the park itself and do quarterly reporting, distributions, and tracking of the information. And in the actual operations of the mobile home park, we rely on the expertise and the experience, the over 30 years of experience of what Robert and his team do at CCI. So I manage the fund, and then Robert and his team actually manages the mobile home parks across the country. We have a number of parks running already, and we're always looking to speak with new investors about if this might be a good investment opportunity for you. The cool thing about a syndication is really just the legal framework for how the investment works. So it's the documentation, it's the legal protections for the investors on how the investment is set up, which makes it fairly simple for us to take investors who are interested in investing in mobile home parks, though may not have enough knowledge to do, to manage a property on their own. For somebody that doesn't have the time to manage a property or a park on their own, or someone that doesn't have enough money to try to purchase an entire park. The beauty of the syndication is it allows me to work with multiple investors. Typically, we have a minimum investment of around $25,000, going up to as high as an investor would be interested in doing. We pool that money, and then we work with the expertise of Robert and his team to find a mobile home park somewhere in the United States that has the best potential financial return. And we rely heavily on, again, the expertise of Robert and his team in following, as Robert will always tell you, he has a plan. He loves his plan, and he does amazing plans of how we turn these parks from distressed parks into positive cash flow investments that are really long-term, are just excellent investments for any investor. So if you have any questions about that, my number is 916-778-9599. Or my email will be in the description below. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate working with you, and it's just amazing with what your team has been able to do so far with the projects that we have running.
Well, you guys with fuel, you heard what he said. He said, when we can take the park and take a distressed park and make it into something that is worth a lot more than we paid for it. That's what we specialize in. We don't really have our network really doesn't work well when you have people that want to buy a mobile home park, and it's all city water and sewer, and it's all everything's running good, and everybody's paying direct to the city, and I want it to be within an hour of my house, and I want it to be an 8 cap. Those kind of things don't really exist unless you get really lucky. So what we specialize in is finding things that are distressed that we can buy at a really good price. We have one right now that is in Indiana it was on a loop net by a guy that owned it, and all the stuff on here was just really out of whack. And Mark bought it, and we're selling it right now, or we're raising money from investors that want to come in. Mark, you want to talk about your park in Indiana just a little bit?
Yeah, that was an excellent purchase we were able to purchase it from the bank directly. Information from the seller was pretty limited to non-existent. The parks were in distress and in a lot of trouble with the local
Code
enforcement, code enforcement. Yeah. Had a lot of outstanding issues, and so we've gone in and we've cleaned up all of those issues. The park is clean and fresh, and it's ready to start building out and adding new trailers, and either for an investment or for if someone wanted to buy the entire park, it's going to be an incredible opportunity to increase wealth. Like Robert was saying, the value is, when we're talking commercial properties, the value is based on the net income of the property, not what did the park down the street sell for. It's really talks about the financials of the park. So this park currently has a fairly small monthly income, though it has incredible potential for adding in the value add and adding in new trailers and fixing up some of the trailers, some of the existing apartments, and just a couple of units that are on the property currently that would drastically increase the monthly cash flow, which would increase the value of the asset.
Yeah, and we just purchased this park, so we're just now starting on the plan. We had to get it cleaned up, remove some homes that need to be removed, and make the city happy because they were not happy with the previous owner. They are happy with us now, and they like us because we're cleaning up the place. And like I said, the bank called me and said, "Hey, would you like to buy a mobile home park? That we will just let you buy the loan." And I negotiated the loan down to $190,000 for a what do we have there? 40, 50, 55 lots, 55 spaces. So I
Yeah,
negotiated the loan down to 190,000, and actually they let us buy it with 20% down, and they carried the loan back with 152. And then we had to go in and pay a bunch of back taxes, and we had to pay. The city waived probably $150,000 worth of fines, but they did make us pay any money they had spent, like for a contractor, a plumber, or somebody to go get sewer cleaned up off the ground when the owner wouldn't do it when they had a sewer leak or something. So we had to reimburse them for that. But we're in here really cheap. It's a good opportunity for anybody that wants to come in and either buy it yourself. If you want us to continue to run it, we'd be happy to do that as long as you follow the plan. But anyways, it's a good opportunity for somebody to come in and syndicate. And I don't know what we would spend on this park. I believe about 800,000 would fix this park. Does that sound right about Mark? And then I
that's
believe
correct.
it'd be worth somewhere around $1.8 million. That's what I believe. I mean, I'm not going to promise anybody that because you don't know what's going to happen in the future, like the coronavirus or something like that. But let's say we don't have any of those kind of things. Anyways, Mark, do you want to add anything else to your podcast here?
Robert, my one response would be if you're interested in investing in mobile home parks, to give either myself or to give Robert a call. As I've mentioned, I don't get in the way of the client, and I borrowed that from my mentor, Robert Merchant, who does everything he can for his clients and is not going to get in the way of his clients. For me, I would say if you're interested in investing in mobile home parks, to give Robert a call. Feel free to give me a call as well. Mobile home parks don't need to cost 3, 4, 5, $15 million to purchase into them. Based on the location, based on the type of park, based on the features and factors of the park, you want to always make sure that you have enough money to do the project. That's one of Robert's number one things is you have to have enough money available to do the project. Though that's where you can partner with people to do that. And Robert is the one that will give the plan and gives the idea of the details of how we can follow through that plan as a consultant and as the guy who knows what he's talking about. But give us a call and we can figure out ways to get you into the mobile home park business at any point where you're at in your investment career.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you out there, Facebook land, podcast land. If you want to get in touch with me, you can call me at 209-996-4075. You can also check out our website, mobilehomeparkconsultants.com. Thank you very much.